Welcome to the North Coast News Network. This is an opinion from me, Leon Russell. I received this email from my brother with a powerful message to Democrats. Written by a woman who lives in Sedona, as an Arizona desert town near Flagstaff that's surrounded by red rock buttes, steep canyon walls, and pine forest. It's noted for its mild climate and a vibrant arts community. Uptown Sedona is dense with New Age shops, spas, and art galleries. On the town's outskirts, numerous trailheads access Red Rock State Park, which offers a bird watching, hiking, and picnicking spots. This woman is a retired lawyer. She writes in simple language so Democrats can understand. She was a former Democrat, so she can write directly to Democrats. She writes, Democrats, now I know you don't like President Trump. That's a given. So let's move on from that. How about the division of America? Do you really blame Trump for that? How about when none of the Democrats showed up for his inauguration? Don't you think that started the division? He hadn't even been president yet, and except for Clinton and Obama, not one Democrat showed up. Is that when Trump divided America? Can you imagine if the Republicans didn't show up for Obama's inauguration because they lost? Can you even start to imagine what would happen? How about when 19 minutes after Trump was inaugurated, the Washington Post declared the impeachment campaign has started? Was that when Trump divided America? How about when Nancy Pelosi ripped up Trump's State of the Union right in front of the world, showing complete disrespect for the President of the United States? Did that bring this country together? And is that when Trump divided America? How about when America had to endure 3 years and over $30 million spent on trying to prove that Trump only won because of Russian collusion and not because Americans voted him in? And 17 Democrats did everything in their power to prove that there was a Russian collusion and came up with 0. Was that when Trump divided America? How about when the echelon of the FBI used a false story and lied to the FISA court to spy on Trump's campaign, transition, and his administration until they were caught? Was that when Trump divided America? I can't even start to go over the negative press he's received since his surprise win. Remember the donors? The likes of Bloomberg gave $27 million, Tom Steyer, who gave $17 million, George Soros, who gave $9 million, and many more that gave multi-millions to Hillary and wanted to return on their investment. Do you really think that donors give millions upon millions just because they love Hillary? No, these weren't campaign donations. They were investments into what Hillary had promised them when she became president. They were so sure she would win, and they would be showered with huge returns. And when it didn't happen, and they lost all those millions, they went all out to take Trump out of office by any means possible. Did you know that 90% of the mainstream media and the corporations that own them are owned by or run by big Democrat donors? You can verify all of that for yourselves. I did. Since the moment Trump won, and even before he was inaugurated, the mainstream media's reporting was 92% negative on Trump. Do you know why? It was those big donors that lost their dreams of millions of dollars on their returns that they were going to receive when Hillary was president, and they weren't going to take that loss lightly. They needed to punish Trump and those that voted him in. I've said this since the night he was elected. There is nothing the left won't do to take down our president, our country, and we the people. There is no low they won't go to get their power back. And sadly, we have seen this every single day since his election. Let me ask you this. Have you ever listened to Trump or appreciated any accomplishment or campaign promises he's kept? Have you ever gone to one of his rallies, or have you just closed your mind to anything he does? Please ask yourself the following questions if you dare. What has Joe Biden done for America for the last 47 years that he's held in office? What did Joe Biden ever do for blacks when he and Obama were in office? What has Joe Biden ever done in his entire life to create a private sector job? What has Joe Biden done to help the American middle class worker? Let me also ask you this. Why do you think there are so many people tearing down statues or burning our flag, beating and killing our police officers, disrespecting our founders, and hating our country? It comes straight from our local schools that have slowly been tearing down our history. If there is a teacher out there, please tell me the following. Did you teach the truth that it was the Democrats that were the KKK? That the grand leader of the KKK was Robert Byrd, who was elected to Congress as a Democrat and served for decades? And that it was Hillary, Bill, and Obama that gave his eulogy praising him. That the Democrats fought the Civil War to keep slavery. That the inner city ghettos were created by Democrats to keep control of slaves after they were freed. That Planned Parenthood was founded in inner cities to control the black population. Is any of this in your history books? Let me ask you this as well. Can a student speak up when he or she disagrees with a teacher when they say that Trump is a horrible president or the Electoral College has to be eliminated? I don't think so. Well, I know a student that actually happened to. When the teacher said the Electoral College had to be eliminated because Hillary lost, and he stated the reason it should stay, she ripped him apart and gave the entire class a 5-hour test and stated it was because he dared to disagree with her. Is that happening in your schools? I'm only asking questions. I'd like your answers. President Trump and his entire family has been vilified, demeaned, and disrespected for one reason and one reason only. He won. Have you noticed that Democrats only throw tantrums and object to everything he does and have never once gotten behind him to make America the best it can be? Why? They can't afford to get behind him. He would win again, and they can't let that happen. If he wins again, the Democratic Party will be destroyed, and they know it. Did you notice that the cages the left claimed that Trump built to put illegal children in were built by Obama for the very purpose of putting illegal children in? Was that all over the news when Obama did it? The very same cages, but the media was silent. How about when Trump commuted Roger Stone's sentence and he was demonized 24/7, but not a word when Obama commuted 1,715 inmates, which included 330 that he granted on his last day in office? Did we even hear one word about it? Where were reporters even reporting it? Were there reporters even reporting it? No, just look at the difference in the reporting. By the way, since Trump's been in office, he's commuted 10 people. Compare that to Obama. Is that reporting fair? How about when Biden and Obama showed or allowed the H1N1, the swine flu, to infect millions of Americans before declaring it a health emergency? Was the press losing its mind and calling it the Obama flu and blaming Obama and Biden for the spread and death? Silence. Compare this to the negative coverage that Trump got when he immediately halted travel from China. Then in February, Nancy Pelosi went to Chinatown and said, "Come on down." Or when de Blasio in March said, "Ride the subways and go to Broadway," but those same people are blaming Trump for the spread of coronavirus. A final question. What have the Democrats done to help make America the best? To get behind a president that works tirelessly to care about we the people, instead of using us as a political pawn? What have the Democrats done for people of color except for giving illegals more rights than citizens and having us pay for it? Just imagine what this country could accomplish if the Democrats worked with him on the economy, the coronavirus, the inner cities where Trump has created opportunity zones, job training, etc. When Trump tried to get school choice for inner city students, they ran Betsy DeVos out of town. The Democrats running in those inner city schools wanted no part of school choice. Have you ever wondered why the cities that have been run for decades by Democrats have the most homeless, the most crime, the most murders, the worst inner city schools? Let me say again, all are run by Democrats. If you haven't started asking yourselves those questions, maybe you should. As I said, my entire family used to be Democrats, but not one will ever vote for a Democrat again. They asked themselves these same questions. The answer was clear. This is Leon Russell. I certainly agree. You can have your editorial read here on this channel. Just send your article to northcoastnewsnetwork@gmail.com. You will receive an email in return informing you of the date your article will appear. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It will help expand and spread the word and the truth. North Coast News Network shines a light on the truth, and we have a big light with this opinion. Thank you for watching.